so important. I've been in education now for 20 years. And I remember in 1991 when I first entered the business school, there were hardly any foreigners. Maybe 10 or 20. It was a little start, a small start. And nowadays, after 20 years, we have more than 1,000. And I think that most companies who these days would like to do business, they have to deal with a lot of foreign companies. We do know that a lot of companies are located abroad and that these are linked to other countries in other countries. So doing an international business means that you will get skills to communicate maybe much more easily with someone from Europe, while a student from the Netherlands or Germany have the experience to meet students from Asia and understand the culture much more. Because I think that is one of the main advantages. If you understand the culture, your communication will be much more better. And the communication is needed because all the business will be influenced by this communication. Right. Now I would like to give the opportunity to give some questions about our exchange program. Is there any one of you who would like to study for 1 semester abroad? Please raise your hand. Even if it is for free. So you don't need to pay tuition fee. You only need to pay your flight. And you need to pay the living costs. Please raise your hand. Who of you would like to? Wow. You will be accepted as a volunteer. Who else? Who of you would like to study in Germany? No? In England? In England. Well, in Holland, lots of people that can speak English as well. Yeah? Questions? Feel free.
At the back, ada pertanyaan? Oh yeah, please.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Matthieu. I'm Lita from Marketing Communication. Yes, I would like to explain my whole semester in Holland, but I'm just curious about the fee, the cost living on Holland. How much the expenses if I become the scholars in there? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So the question is, how much is the fee for studying for 1 semester in the Netherlands? I think that is a serious question, isn't it? Yeah. I said in my speech that we provide housing, accommodation, and that's a student accommodation, which means in the dormitory where you will have a room, and on that floor you find a kitchen where you can prepare your meals. And we offer that apartment for 350 euros each month. So 1 month costs you 350 euros. You know, 1 person, 1 apartment, 1 month. 1 room. Yeah. Some students, but it's a secret, some students, they will share and then they pay half of it. But don't tell it. Yeah? That's a secret. It's not recorded, isn't it? Yeah? So that's about your apartment. And then, of course, you have the living costs. A lot of students, they go to supermarkets. And apart from the expensive supermarkets, we have, let's say, very, very cheap supermarkets. And I guess that with 250 euros each month, you can have a meal in the morning, you can have a meal in the afternoon, and you can have your dinner, and you can have your snacks. So don't worry about that. Yeah? 250 euros. But, so let's say 600 euros at the minimum, you can live. A lot of students, they would like to go out and visit some other cities. So then you will have transportation costs. So the transportation costs will maybe at least be 100 euros a month. You know? If you go to Amsterdam by train, you have to pay for that. So mostly students have 700 up to 800 euros a month to study. And you pay that each month and then 5 months for one semester. They can't hear me? They can't hear me. Ah, I have 3 places left here. They would like to hide. Okay. Are there any questions of doing your exchange program in the Netherlands? After the lecture, you may also come to me and have your personal questions. Oh, there is a question over here.
Hello, Mr. Matthieu. My name is Rizky Amalia. I'm from Marketing Communication Batch 2014. And I would like to ask about how about our lesson in Binus University if we go abroad in Holland. About the transfer score.
The transfer score?
Yeah, and how about the lesson we studied in Holland?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
So
you.
about your score, that will be decided by Binus. Yeah. So we expect that the TOEFL score is at least 550 to have a fluent communication with the other students. But in my experience, a lot of Indonesian can have that level pretty quick. Yeah, the 550 TOEFL score is at least required to have the communication with the other students. Some students, they come from other European countries. They may have a different accent, but you will get used to it. All the lectures are told in English. And in our school, everything is bilingual in science. So you find Dutch and English. And we have, especially for exchange students, we have some programs which are nice because they are like including excursions. So if you would like to study a subject which is called European integration, then you will learn about what are the problems, but also the challenges for the European countries and businesses, how to deal with all these countries with their own policy to become one united union. And in the Netherlands, our government is located in the city, but the policies of the government should also be fit within the policies of the Central European policies. So our students will visit Brussels in Belgium. And in Brussels we have the headquarters of, let's say, the European government. So there will be a tour to Brussels. I am also involved in the exchange program. I teach business to business and service marketing. And I think whenever there are students who are attending my class, my lectures, they would like to experience what is business to business and what are service management. So I have an excursion to a factory, and then they can see how production flow will go on. And they may have questions about the marketing policies and about their strategies. And that will always be tours where the tour leaders can speak English.
Isn't it interesting? Being an exchange student, you'll be entertained by so many seminars and lessons, classes, courses by Professor Matthieu, and he will bring you to this seminar, this classes called Business Integration.
Yeah, we have one subject, for example, European integration.
European integration.
Then you go to Brussels, and another subject is called business to business, and then you visit a beer factory in the Netherlands, one of the local beer brands, which is Grolsch, and then you visit that factory.
So many it's a complete course, and at the same time leisure and learning, for you guys. Now, explaining to your, does that answer your question for studying there? Okay, for BNUS, what happened is you can sign in your interest to the Kajur, to the Jurusan, and then from there, okay, you can they will forward you to the international office, and from there on, when you're accepted for exchange students or study abroad for one semester or even one full year to Han University, you will get your lessons done through BNUS Maya, our LMS. Yeah, you can open your materials, study through BNUS Maya, and we can communicate through BNUS Maya. So far, the transcript has been. There is a slight problem at the end, but not really a problem, because we have solved that, especially on the transcript. Yeah, it takes time, of course. Yeah, okay, to translate, to understand within what are the courses that you're taking in the proper university, and how can we convert that into us. So far, we have been sending so many students abroad. Yeah, not only to Korea, as you know, but also to other universities, and we don't have any problem with that. Okay, so everything will be done and communicated through BNUS Maya. Even your assignment will be done through BNUS Maya. Okay, any other questions? Can I hear something from the back? Di belakang sana, ada pertanyaan? Siapa yang mau pergi ke Han University? Ayo. Di belakang sana nggak ada yang mau berangkat ke Han University, ke Holland? Enak di BNUS ya?
Maybe you have a question?
Ada pertanyaan lagi? Is there any other questions? From this side, nggak ada? Okay.
Hi, Mr. Matthieu, I'm Cindy. I want to ask, is it allowed to do some part-time jobs during our stay there?